kids, you know, and they're just taking stuff off the shelves, and then they're opening and eating things and sticking it back anywhere.
So we have salsa?
There are only a handful of shows that retain the kind of widespread appeal that Everybody Loves Raymond has managed long after its successful 9-season run. The show has received positive reviews during and after it was aired on television, and as of right now, ranks at 49 in Complex's list of all-time funniest television comedies. With each cast member of the show, with their unique takes on their respective characters and the actors' behind-the-scenes relationships, it's impossible not to wonder exactly what became of the ensemble. It's pretty obvious that the show catapulted the likes of Ray Romano, Patricia Heaton, Garrett, and Monica Horan to instant stardom, and while doing so, definitely lined their pockets with enough residual income to lead very comfortable lives as is. But even so, these actors have made their mark upon the entertainment industry by just doing what they love. And in that act of self-service, the cast members managed to build themselves a really impressive net worth and lifestyle. So, join us as we take a look at each cast member of Everybody Loves Raymond and their current financial situation almost 20 years after the show's end.
I get it.
Get what?
You don't gotta do the whole I'm tired show. Don't worry, I will not be bothering you this evening.
Starting with the titular character, and like the show suggests, most people's favorite, Raymond Barone himself, brought to life excellently by none other than Ray Romano. Back in 1996, when the show first aired, Ray Romano had about 3 acting credits to his name, 2 of those in television and 1 in the 1990s Caesar Salad. But even before those, he had his comedy career, wherein he'd perform and participated in stuff like Comedy Central and SNL's Johnny Walker Comedy Search. Safe to say that he hit the jackpot when he started writing, producing, and starring in Everybody Loves Raymond. His character was so well portrayed, in fact, that he ended up becoming TV's favorite dad and husband, who only strived to take care of his family to the best of his ability on Long Island. As evidenced by his 16 Emmy nominations, 3 of which he won, Ray very much left his mark on the sitcom industry. Which is perhaps how, now almost 30 years later, Ray has accumulated a hefty net worth of $200 million. It's no surprise that he's the wealthiest of his co-stars, which is to be expected after he reportedly earned a staggering $1.75 million per episode, which also made him one of the highest-paid actors of his time. And right now, Ray has many future projects lined up, making it even more clear that he's intent on keeping and growing that fortune. It's only fair to talk about Raymond's on-screen brother next, and in terms of accumulated wealth, his natural successor. UCLA dropout ELO rear cover star Garrett already had a fairly flourishing career before he acted in Everybody Loves Raymond. As a person who'd already built quite a name for himself in the comedy world, Brad had also already been introduced to the world of TV acting, as he played the voice of Hulk Hogan in the cartoon series Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling from 1985 to 1986. He was also featured on the game show Super Password in 1987 and on an episode of Family Feud. All in all, Brad had a stacked resume long before, and even during his time on Everybody Loves Raymond. Robert's charming yet pitiful attitude over the course of the series won him many fans, but it also won him quite a few Emmys and even a Screen Actor Guild's Award in 2005, not to mention a bunch of nominations for this role alone. Naturally, it doesn't come as a shock to hear that his approximated net worth as of 2024 is about $50 million. He's been in several projects since, and while his career hasn't exactly been on a linear upward trajectory, it can't be denied he's successful regardless. Let's talk about another fan favorite and Raymond's on-screen wife, Deborah Barone, played by the stunning Patricia Heaton. After graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Drama, Patricia moved to New York City to study drama under William Esper. She actually did a few notable roles, both on-screen and on Broadway, well before she ended up on screen as Deborah Barone. It was in 1996, though, after Patricia had fine-tuned her acting skills, that she was cast as Deborah, the hard-working mum who was just so tired of her in-laws on Everybody Loves Raymond. Like most actors on the show, she herself was nominated for multiple prestigious awards, and even ended up winning 2 back-to-back Emmys for her work in 2000 and 2001. Currently, she's worth an approximate $40 million. After Everybody Loves Raymond, Patricia's most notable projects involved her joining forces with Kelsey Grammer on Back to You in 2007 and 2008, after which she found another show where she played the role of another overworked housewife. Most recently, in 2020, Patricia wrote and published a book about her experiences titled Your Second Act: Inspiring Stories of Reinvention. As a set of siblings, Madeline, Sawyer, and Sullivan were both an off-screen and an on-screen family. The brothers were cast when they were just 16 months old, so they basically grew up under the limelight. Madeline, who'd been in a total of 206 episodes, a few more than her brothers, has continued to work since. Sawyer passed away in 2015 when he was just 19 years old. While the family has chosen to stay private on the exact circumstances of his death, both Madeline and Sullivan have spoken up about their relationship with their late brother in fond terms. As of right now, Madeline's net worth is around $5 million, since she chose to keep acting after the sitcom ended. So did Sullivan, though his net worth rests at $2 million at the moment. According to his IMDb page, Sullivan Sweeten has 4 acting credits to his name, and Madeline Sweeten over 50. Next up is Peter Boyle, who excellently brought the character of Frank Barone to life. As the ultra-masculine patriarch of the family, Frank was a careless old man who often spoke without thinking. He also had no problem bossing his wife Marie around and treating every situation from an overly controlling point of view. And you'd think a character like that might not appeal to the general audience, especially one used to the lighter-hearted characters usually associated with sitcom shows. But alas, Peter's 7 Emmy nominations for his role as Frank are proof otherwise. Unfortunately, Peter too passed away after the show's end. He died in 2006 at 71 years of age due to multiple myeloma and heart disease, and resilient as he was, he acted up until his last breath, making appearances in movies such as Tripping the Rift, Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed, and all 3 Santa Claus movies. When he passed, Peter's net worth was a striking $8 million. It would actually be criminal not to mention Doris Roberts as Marie Barone on the show, who was undoubtedly one of the most, if not the most memorable character on the show. Raymond and Robert's overbearing mother, Deborah and Amy's controlling mother-in-law, and one of the most memorable characters on the show, Marie Barone is an icon in the world of Everybody Loves Raymond. And Doris Roberts was one of the few cast members who had already established themselves to be a force to be reckoned with a long list of acting credits on her resume. It was no surprise when Doris managed to play this overbearing, annoying character with such subtle charm that she ended up becoming a favorite character of many. Unfortunately, Doris Roberts passed away in April of 2016, and it was made clearer than ever that she was beloved by her television family, as Ray Romano and Patricia Heaton both attended her funeral, and the former even recalled many fond memories with her in interviews for months on end. When she passed, Doris had accumulated an impressive and well-deserved net worth of $14 million. Throughout her life, Doris Roberts received numerous accolades for her talent and contribution to the industry, leaving behind a lasting impact on both television and film. Patricia's on-screen sister-in-law, Amy McDougal Barone, is the next cast member we'll be talking about. On Everybody Loves Raymond, the talented Monica Horan rounded up the younger cast member ensemble, and with her sensitive nature and charm as Deborah's best friend, she quickly stole many hearts, despite not being a later addition to the show. Throughout the show's first 6 seasons, we see Amy totally infatuated with the clumsier Barone brother, and while some viewers sympathized with her, others just wanted her to find someone else. Alas, the two ended up tying the knot in the show's 7th season. While Everybody Loves Raymond was far from Monica's first acting gig, it's no doubt the one that catapulted her to fame, like it for most of the show's cast members. It was the role that showcased Monica's versatility and range as an actress. Since then, she's made quite a comfortable life for herself and has been nominated for multiple awards since. As of right now, she has an estimated net worth of $20 million, accumulated over the years as she's branched off into more acting roles, both in film and television.